Hey guys, how's it going? We're going to be doing some exhaust work on the 49 Ford pickup today. However, a guy dropped in yes, earlier today, um, with a 47 Ford Coupe. It's a little hot rod, nice little car, and he had a shock bracket break or something, and he wants me to fix it up. So I'm going to go in the exhaust until that car comes in. And once it comes in, we'll go over it real quick and get after it. So first thing though, we're going to start getting on some exhaust work. Um, I brought down some other pipe from upstairs off that Fox body exhaust system that I have, because I have to make some bends and cuts and welds and whatever. So it's just going to be piecing it together. So yeah, let's just get after it.
Okay, so here we are, Tuesday lunchtime. Got some exhaust pipes out, and what I'm going to do first, I'm going to remove the steering column, get that out of there so I've got room to work. If you remember from the last video, we got a very tight turn to make right there, so I'm going to get on that. I'm also going to take the drive shaft out because I keep moving the truck around and it wants to drop, so there's no point until I get the straps. I dug these out from upstairs. These were the tailpipes from that Fox body Mustang that all the rest of the exhaust has come from. So I'm pretty sure I can get my tight bends out of this section, these here. So my first order of business will be to cut the flanges off of here. That bolts up to the collector on the header. So I'm just going to leave enough meat here to weld up the curvy piece that I'm going to need, and this turns around, so I'll be able to bend that any which way I want. So yeah, that's what I'm going to get after. And you know, like, look at all the room I have, man. This is crazy. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to take that steering column out and get after it. Okay, so you can see I got about an inch clearance there. I'm past my steering arm, but I think I'm going to cut this another inch and a half shorter and start to bend back earlier. And yeah, so I'm going to take that apart. It's just loose right now. There's no gasket or anything in it. But yeah, I'm going to take an inch and a half off and put another curve in there, and then we'll try that. Okay, so this is pretty much where my mufflers are going to end up. So I'm over here now. I'm almost thinking that pipe's a little bit too low. Yeah, I'm going to bring that up a little bit. What I kind of want to do, or what I'm thinking, is going through this hole in the frame here. Just open it up a little bit, because it seems to be almost the same line or same level as my muffler. So if I can get this up through here and then off to the mufflers. So we'll take it off again, see if I can shorten it up a little bit. Anyway, it is what it is, man. Trial and error. Cut, fit, weld, cut, fit, weld, etc., etc. So there we go. Much better. We brought it up a good inch and a half, maybe 2 inches. So now we just got to go from here to there. So that's my next step, and then we're going to tie in the mufflers. So hopefully we'll get this all together.
Okay, so the guys coming here shortly after supper with the 47. So I'm going to stop work on the exhaust right now, clean up, make some room so I can bring the car in and get it up on the hoist. And you know, we'll go over it real quick and get on that. So yeah. Oh well, I'll get back on the exhaust after I do the 47 and fix that. So yeah, let's go.
Okay, so it's after supper, and there's that 47 Coupe. Nice little car. It's, the color really kind of pops, that copper color, the black. So yeah, broken shock mount. So I would like to have gotten further on my exhaust, but you know, c'est la vie, that's the way it goes. So gonna bring this in, get it up on the hoist, and we'll tackle it tomorrow. I'm done for today. Once I get that up, it's pretty low. I'll probably have to use the jack to get it on the hoist. I don't think my my hoist arms are going to be able to slide underneath there. But anyhow, so yeah, that's our project for tomorrow morning. Okay, well, let's get under this thing and see what we got. Oh, excuse me. So we've got this is an old bracket for some other shock location. We don't need that. We're going to eliminate this, I believe, because we need to get at, let me get underneath here. There we go. This whole piece here is what broke off the other side. So what I'm thinking is I'll eliminate these tabs so I can get it in underneath here, make sure it's welded up good, maybe make up some gussets back to the cross member for strength. We'll clean up the plate for the other side, we'll re-weld it in, and we'll also make some gussets up for that, and that should be good. We'll clean everything up nice, give it a shot of black paint, and that should do the trick. So now I got to get the car back down because the shocks in the bracket are in the back seat. So I'll do that now and be right back. Okay, so I cut the bracket off here and cleaned all this up. The other one just bolted in. Oh, excuse me. Bolted in like so. So you know, just had to unbolt that one, but this one did have to be cut off, and cleaned everything up, grounded flush, cleaned this up a little bit. Now I'm thinking some sort of gusset from here to the cross member on each side. That should give it enough strength, because what happened over on the other side is that it actually tore out a piece of the cross member. So yeah, that's no good. So I'm gonna have to weld something in there. It's which supports my argument for gussets. So here's the piece. So you can see there's some pretty nasty looking welding there, but that's the chunk of the cross member right there that tore right out. So yeah, we're gonna have to fix that up. Anyway, I'm gonna get started on the driver's side first, and then we'll come back and we'll clean this up and figure out what we're going to do with it. Okay, so these are the gussets I made. They're going to go in or something like that. So they'll be welded to the cross member and to the shock mount. And I got one for each side. So I want to go there, right? And then we'll put a plate between the two gussets all the way down, so it'll be welded all the way on the shock mount and all the way on the cross member as well. And the end result will be something like this. So I got to finish welding that up, but yeah, so it's fairly clean. So you've got, you know, a triangle, the gusset, your plate, it'll be welded all along here and all along here, and then down each side of the gusset. So yeah, that should give it lots of strength. I welded the cross member back, the piece that came out, cleaned it up and welded it back in, and yeah, it seemed pretty good. So I'm confident it'll hold up fine once she's all welded in. So yeah, when I get both sides done, do a little splash of paint, get some shocks on this thing, and out she goes. Okay, so there it is, finished up. It's all boxed in, welded up, both sides, they're done. So I just gotta hang the shock and put some weight on it, drop it down so I can hook up to the bottom, bolt them on, put the wheels on, and we're done. So wasn't bad. I can't believe it took me all day to do 2 freaking shock brackets, but it is what it is. Anyway, they're done. So buddy can have his car tomorrow. And yeah, it's about 9 o'clock now. Anyhow, so we're good to go.
So there you have it. Holy Jesus, I'm filthy. Um, you know, a good chunk of a day just to do 2 shock brackets seems to be a little excessive, but I want to make sure it was good and solid, a little bit cleaner looking than it was before. There's always a couple of welds you can't get to because they're in the corners. I tried, and this is what happens. I don't know where the rest of this disc is, so I'm lucky it didn't slice my face. And I only set myself on fire once, so that's a good thing. You're welding above like that, chunk of slag comes down and catches your jeans on fire, and all of a sudden you start feeling really, really warm, So, drop and roll, man, drop and roll. But it's all good. Man, these flies are killing me. Yeah, it's like 9:30, and a nice cold pop is going to taste really, really good. In fact, it already is tasting really good. Yeah, so I'll just in the morning I'll throw the wheels on and the shocks on, and it's ready to go. Buddy could pick up his car. I think he has a wedding or something on Saturday, so yeah, it went good. It went all right. I guess I'll carry on with the exhaust for the next video. I kind of stopped halfway through to do this job, and I got a Cadillac to paint some doors or something. So we'll see how that goes. Don't be afraid to leave comments. Tell me how poorly I did my job. I, I don't care what anybody else thinks, but it's going to be solid. I don't think the guy will have any problems, and he's back on the road and running and driving, so that's all good. What else? Yeah, Facebook. Check us out on Facebook. Dirty Dan's Rod and Cycle. I'm getting 25, sometimes 30 followers a day, so that's kind of cool. And there's some neat stuff on there, and I kind of keep a daily report of what I'm doing. And get it on there, so it's kind of cool. What else? Yeah, take the finger and hit the subscribe button and the little bell. That tells you when the next video is out, and I'd appreciate it. And if you're kicking around doing nothing, well, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.